A lot of people who match my kind of description, my kind of lifestyle, have a tendency to overdose. Do libraries keep a written log of all the things that break, that are broken, so that the donors may be able to look at that list of things that later break that they've spent their money on? I got out of paying $1.03 for the coffee because of a chip malfunction. I was debating getting chicken today at the Safeway, bicycling 3 miles to get to there again, and on a bad industrial road. Now I realize I could probably cook chicken if I bought the chicken from Walmart. I could probably cook that right next to at that park next to the library. I don't need to bicycle 3 miles for already cooked chicken. Something to think about. I wonder if these gophers ever kicked out any gold nuggets. Find the gold nuggets. I've put hundreds and hundreds of stitches into this small bag, and even still, a lot of these stitches are kind of a waste. They don't want to exactly address the real problems that have cropped up, and that seems to be a lot what happens in politics with the Democrats. Is they've raised a lot of fuss on all kinds of crazy issues, but they still dance around what the real problems are. Like these holes. I'm gonna focus on them now, but I've been dancing around them for too long, and they look horrible the longer I let them go. Well, I just tested this electrical outlet and it works. I tried to get internet from here with my iPod. It does not extend, but the laptop could. So I could get a cord to extend to that electrical and work after hours in my car on my laptop. Right, it's an okay playground, but they got my favorite swing, the one that I was playing on in Coquille until they kicked me out of the park. It's at a slight angle, and you just spin. Oh, that's smooth too. I don't have the strength. I lost that. Coffee's kind of giving me extra strength, but that's a little harder on my stomach, my heart. Oh, okay. They don't have water. But I just noticed the women's bathroom unlocked. So the men's... I can't think of any funner way to do pull-ups than on one of those spinning things. Alright, so I broke down and bought one of these grip things for the weights. I've been holding on to this weight for many, many months, like a year. I finally got a grip. I'm not sure if I want to get another one or what. I'm trying to improve my motivation for exercise. Can't add more weight, but this will be good for single arm rows. I don't want to get any further weight. Another handle possibly, but no extra weights. Pretty impressive. The Scoche clamp can connect to my tire, so I can get a angle of me exercising now. And also, ow. Oh. All right. One thing that held me back from buying this sooner is because I don't like the smell of this rubber at all. But I'll see if I can work with it. Alright, so despite having a bicycle rack right out here, the kids choose to just bring their bicycles inside. They got a lot of problems with these kids. And, you know, on top of that, there's a big problem, especially right after school. Right at the front doors, the library has something called Easy Heat. And it looks like they got sensors up there, Cantex, to respond to this outside heat. Well, just seeing all these ground squirrels around here has me convinced now that Walmart's removed the ground squirrels from their property because there's holes and there's no ground squirrels anytime I've walked through there, but there's tons around here. I think they were removed forcefully because they don't move on their own. They can live around high traffic areas. They've proven that in other cities. Well, I'm not too sure if I'll make it, but I'll put in my best effort. Put in the best effort to make it all the way to the lake, the state park. But it says that there's some caution, no access roads. So here's another sign, Pueblo Reservoir. It really guides you from a good distance to get to the reservoir. But there's private roads. It looks like either a cop lives here or there's nobody in the car. So they live here? On Song Sparrow and McCullough Boulevard. This is a nice trail, bike route. It goes a good distance, far as the eye can see. Snow-capped mountains, several of them. Whoa! Killer cow dog. Good thing that thing was fenced. Pueblo West, an equestrian community. As communicated by that sign. So what makes it an equestrian community? I'm in the area. Nothing really looks different. I just heard in the news that there's a adoption program for wild horses. This would be the community that would seek out those opportunities. I wonder if there's a specialty cow dog for horses. Cows tend to be slow. You'd want a dog that can run. Just when you thought the road couldn't get any narrower, it do. Plus, it's on the top of a hill, making it difficult to see me. So they got trains. Oh, it's not too long over the train tracks. How much room do those trains need? Oh, here I'm entering. Okay. And I'm gonna go through. I'm gonna see if they try to stop me. That's right, it's mine. But they're still charging people. So it's not like, it's like you owning something, but still having to pay for it to use it. Stop ahead for required park pass. Purchase park pass. They encourage me just to pass on through. So no problems. The lake is to the right. It kind of looks like this area might experience flooding. And man, do they have a long paved sidewalk. It's not really a sidewalk, it's a paved trail. I guess it takes me straight to the lake. So I've reached a T intersection out in the middle of nowhere. I think I want to take a right. I see the marina straight. I could just cross through. Where do they have a lot of fence. It could be a surprise. I see a bicycler off in the distance. This trail is probably the best way. Otherwise, if they didn't have this, I'd go across the land, seeing the lake. So I was gonna dump my magnet I have in my right pocket, keep the camera on the left, but I forgot to dump it. Now I have it, and I'll just say this magnet has been really shutting up my gallbladder, because it likes to give notice sometimes with like weird feelings, tightness, or like it's full, and the magnets tell it to keep quiet. I haven't really felt any problem. I'll just admit that the weight of the magnet seems to be causing my shirt to rub on my nipple a little extra hard. I walked a lot of the way passing the campground, and it's pretty active, pretty close to the lake. I see some waves, probably a fast boat going by. Approaching the marina. I see how much private exclusive access they have. Let's see, it's like May 21st on a Friday, and there's a lot of people here at maybe 11 a.m. Some kind of a seasonal thing, or is this? It's hard to believe this would be every day that they'd have so much activity. There's so many. It's kind of surprising. On this lake, what did the DNR have a fresh drop of their farm fish? There's quite a few here going on. Heading towards the marina. Okay. Oh, thought I saw a dog. Oh, there's one. A fake dog. Steep ramp. No swimming. Front Range Patrol? Huh. Alright. Pets on leash. Dogs managed. This is nice and clear. No bicycling. No swimming. No fishing from the dock.
Backing up, nothing works. Literally, if you put it neutral, I can catch you. I think it'll come all the way up.
Sent in a number. I was 25%.
Hey. It's quite a village on the water. Freely come and go. For sale, $500 for this. $500? But how much do you pay to have to park it? You could live in some, I could sell everything. I'd have to keep the car though. Go in town for groceries. This is quite a village. Alright, Alright, so people are actually, they have a combination lock for that entrance. Barbecue grill rental, $5. You must clean them, shut them off. They got actual stores. Texaco. Oh my god. This guy has a ceiling fan on his boat. Wow. I've never seen a ceiling fan, but there's all kinds of things still yet to see on boats that are unique. Oh, they had a phone. I think this is a resort. Okay, then this is part of the extra fee rental, I'm guessing. I could let myself on the front. Wow. Some kind of a garage here. Whoa. So dangerous. Smell gas. They actually have a street name, Shop Open. Alright, canvas shop, I didn't mention that. And then these people pay some money a little extra money for the extra security. Oh, they got a slide on this boat. Those, I've seen some of those. So that's pretty cool. They got a dock in between the boats. You don't see that on the ocean. Nice little dock with a picnic table. You don't see picnic tables on docks on the coast. Alright, a nice little walk. North Shore Marina. Alright, they got some standards here. The formalities seem a little tighter around here, but I'm really not sure without actually participating and just observing. This is the most active reservoir I've ever seen, where people are just, they're living like they have a mini village on a reservoir. Totally disrupts how I think of reservoirs, because generally they're supposed to be protected because they're the reservoir. You know, people have to like drink from the reservoir, right? But they got petroleum stations. They got boats speeding up and down. It's not really, it doesn't really seem like it should be called a reservoir, because it shouldn't be reserved for human use. If they're going to be having petroleum, what do they have? Texaco? A Texaco station on the reservoir? Give me a break. This is not something to tap into for drinking water. It's supposed to be a doctor. I was wondering what was underneath its beak. Just kind of laying on the side. I don't get it. Why am I breaking chains so much? These are supposed to be the heavy duty ones. Look at that. Broke right at the temporary link thing. I scraped my knuckles a little bit. I nearly fell off my bicycle when that gave. These ground squirrels are very much more populated in the city than on the outskirts. I didn't see any on the heading on the outside of the West Pueblo towards the lake. And now they're in larger numbers here. I think it'd be really fun to set up a trail cam, just let it lay right next to a hole and let it sit and see how they react to it for a day. These little ground squirrels, there's like 5 of them in a hole. Walking by the Prairie Dog Choir. Not far from the sheriff's department. Since the sun is hitting this side of my car, I did not sew this rear one. I'll do that tonight. Right now, just let it protect, because it seems to do a better job with the screen absorbing the heat, keeping the heat outside a little bit. I really want to put a screen on the bicycle that'll cover the seat, the highest point, to just block as much sun as possible. And also, as evidence on my knee, you can see this is double protection, single protection. So double protection's a little bit better, but single's working pretty good. Alright, so when I put pins in here and close the door, looks like they come to the outside, so just one layer is stuck in there. That doesn't seem too bad. Sew it right up. I'm not quite sure which way to be looking at coffee drinking. Either is it, ask the question, is it wise to drink coffee every morning? Or ask the other question, is it stupid to drink coffee every day? Man, they use a lot of railroad ties around Walmart, here, all over. Somebody actually chopped these up into the sections for this fence on this side and the other. I'm trying to figure out why on this road sign it said there's a meeting at 7 a.m. and then right below it says Wednesday at Texaco. It's like, it looked like two separate messages, but it's all the same on two separate signs. So I see they got a frisbee golf course out here right next to the library.